Over 60? Add taurine to coffee to boost energy and strength. If your morning coffee leaves you jittery and crashes you by noon, what I'm about to show you will give you steady energy that lasts all day, hands that don't shake, and legs that feel strong enough to climb stairs without thinking twice. Within 1 week of making this simple change, you'll wake up excited for your coffee instead of dreading the roller coaster it puts your body through. As a nutritionist who's worked with over 1,000 seniors, I've watched this one addition transform not just how people feel about coffee, but how they move through their entire day. We're talking about climbing stairs without gripping the handrail, gardening for hours without fatigue, and having steady hands for reading, writing, and driving. The proof isn't in promises. It's in 73-year-old Helen texting me at 6 a.m. saying, "I feel like I'm 50 again." I'm going to share something that sounds impossible. One tasteless powder that costs 50 cents a day, dissolves completely in your coffee, and within 20 minutes gives you what feels like a completely different nervous system. But here's what's really going to shock you. The strength benefit has nothing to do with muscles and everything to do with something most people never think about. Right now, wherever you're watching this, I want you to look at your hands. Are they steady as you hold your phone or rest on your lap? Remember that, because in just a moment I'm going to explain why your morning coffee might be stealing your steadiness and how to get it back permanently. But first, let me ask you something that might hit close to home. Have you started avoiding certain activities because you don't trust your energy levels? Maybe you skip social events because you're tired by afternoon? Or you've stopped reaching for things on high shelves because your balance doesn't feel quite right? What if I told you this isn't about getting older? It's about how caffeine is working against your body instead of with it. Picture this morning routine that millions of people over 60 experience daily. You wake up looking forward to that first precious cup of coffee. Within 20 minutes, your heart starts racing like you've been running. Your hands develop a subtle tremor that makes reading frustrating and writing embarrassing. You feel anxious and on edge, questioning whether that phone call you need to make is really that important. Then comes the crash. Around 10 or 11 a.m., it's like someone unplugged your battery. The energy doesn't just fade, it plummets. You're more tired than before you had the coffee. Your legs feel heavy. Stairs become a challenge you'd rather avoid. This isn't aging. This is caffeine sensitivity that gets worse with every passing year. But before we dive in, tell me in the comments what city and country you're watching from. But what if your morning coffee could make you feel more stable on your feet? What if it gave you steady hands for detailed tasks? What if it provided calm, focused energy that actually makes you want to move more, not less? What if the very drink that's been making you jittery could become your daily dose of confidence? Here's exactly what I want you to do, and I'm going to demonstrate this as I explain it. Get a cup of your regular coffee. Hold it in front of you like I'm doing here. Now imagine adding 1 teaspoon of tasteless powder. Watch as I stir it completely. See how it dissolves with no residue, no change in color, virtually no change in taste. Within 20 to 40 minutes of drinking this, here's what happens to your body. Your pulse stays calm and steady instead of racing. Your hands remain stable. Watch my hands as I demonstrate reading this text, writing these notes. Your energy doesn't spike and crash. It rises gently and stays there for hours. The amino acid responsible for this transformation is called taurine, and here's what's fascinating about how it works with caffeine. While caffeine is pressing the accelerator in your nervous system, taurine acts like the world's best shock absorber system. But there's something about the way these two work together that even surprised me when I first saw the research. Let me show you exactly what's happening in your body right now. Imagine your nervous system has 2 settings. One for alert and active, and one for calm and focused. As we age, caffeine hits that alert button like a sledgehammer, triggering not just energy, but anxiety, jitters, and eventually exhaustion. Taurine doesn't fight the caffeine. Instead, it fine-tunes the entire system. Picture a skilled piano tuner working on each string individually. Taurine adjusts your body's response, so you get all the alertness and mental clarity of caffeine, but with the steady confidence of someone half your age. The practical result? Watch this. I want you to imagine standing up from your chair right now with the confident ease you had 20 years ago. Imagine your legs feeling strong and ready instead of stiff and uncertain. Imagine climbing stairs while thinking about your destination, not about whether you'll make it without getting winded. But what happened to Helen after just 3 days wasn't just about energy, it was about reclaiming her independence. This combination is perfect for you if you want any of these specific changes. First, steady hands that don't shake when you're reading, writing, or holding a cup. Second, calm confidence instead of jittery anxiety from your morning coffee. Third, legs that feel stable and strong when you stand up or climb stairs. Before we continue, let me say something. I created a complete senior's guide to supplements and health products that can change your quality of life. Link in the first comment. Fourth, sustained energy that lasts through afternoon activities instead of crashing by lunch. Fifth, better balance and coordination that makes you feel secure in your movements. And sixth, the return of that I can handle anything feeling that coffee used to give you before it started working against your body. Right now, I want you to do this simple test with me. Stand up slowly and pay attention to how your legs feel. Do they feel strong and ready, or do you need to use your arms to push yourself up? Notice your balance as you stand. Notice your energy level. Take a mental snapshot of all of this because we're going to compare it to how you feel after 1 week of this simple change. Now I'm going to give you my exact steady energy coffee recipe. But there's one crucial detail about timing that most people get wrong. Get this timing right, and you'll feel the difference within days. Get it wrong, and you might not notice any change at all. Here's exactly what to do, and I want you to follow along as I demonstrate. Start with your regular cup of coffee. Don't change anything about how you make it. The magic isn't in the coffee, it's in what we're adding. Add 500 to 1,000 milligrams of pure L-taurine powder. If you're new to supplements, start with 500 milligrams. If you're already comfortable with supplements and want maximum effect, use the full 1,000 milligrams. Stir thoroughly. Watch how completely it dissolves, leaving no trace except for the transformation it's about to create in your body. Here's the timing secret. Drink this within 30 minutes of waking up, preferably before you eat anything substantial. This allows the taurine to work with your body's natural cortisol rhythm, creating the most stable energy possible. Add a quarter teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, not just any cinnamon, but specifically Ceylon cinnamon. This prevents any blood sugar fluctuations that might interfere with your steady energy. If you use unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon blends perfectly and adds additional compounds that support calm focus. Helen started with 500 milligrams, and by day 3, something remarkable happened. She called me, and I could hear the excitement in her voice. She wasn't just talking about energy, she was talking about confidence. But what she told me about her grocery shopping trip that day revealed something about this combination that I hadn't fully appreciated before. Let me be completely transparent about the strength aspect, because this is where most people misunderstand what's really happening. Taurine doesn't build muscle mass like a protein powder would. What it does is restore your body's natural coordination between your nervous system and your muscles. Think about it this way. You already have the muscle strength you need for daily activities. What you've lost isn't muscle. It's the confident communication between your brain and your body. When your nervous system is jittery and unreliable, everything feels harder and more dangerous. Here's my proven 1 hard, 2, 3 morning sequence that rebuilds real functional strength. First, your taurine coffee creates the steady nervous system foundation. Second, within 2 hours, consume 25 to 30 grams of complete protein. Eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a quality protein smoothie. Third, do 10 confident chair stands and take a 10-minute walk. Watch what happens. The taurine gives you the calm energy that makes you want to move. The protein provides the raw materials for overnight muscle repair. The movement maintains your strength and flexibility. Together, they create an upward spiral of feeling stronger every single day. Back to Helen's breakthrough. Day 3, she went grocery shopping, something she'd been dreading because of the walking, the reaching, the carrying. But with her new steady energy, she found herself taking the stairs instead of the elevator. She reached for items on high shelves without hesitation. She carried her groceries to the car without fatigue. But here's what really got to me. She told me she spent 20 minutes in the store talking to another customer about gardening tips, standing the entire time without thinking about needing to sit down. That's not just energy. That's confidence in your own body returning. Now let me save you from the 3 mistakes that can completely sabotage your results. The third mistake is the most dangerous because it seems like it should help, but it actually sends your nervous system in the wrong direction and can make you feel worse than when you started. First deadly mistake, thinking that because taurine makes coffee better, more coffee will be even better. This is like thinking that because a small amount of salt improves a recipe, a lot of salt will make it amazing. Keep your regular coffee amount, 1 cup, maybe 2 maximum. The goal is optimization, not amplification. Second mistake, taking this combination after 2 p.m. if you're sensitive to caffeine's sleep effects. The taurine doesn't eliminate caffeine's half-life. It just makes the experience smoother. For afternoon energy, use decaffeinated coffee with taurine. You'll get the calming, focusing benefits without the sleep interference. Third mistake, And this is the dangerous one, buying energy blends with taurine plus 5 other stimulants. These often contain ingredients like synephrine or yohimbine that create the exact jittery anxiety you're trying to eliminate. Look for pure L-taurine, at least 99% pure, with the dosage clearly marked in milligrams. Let's talk safety with the wisdom that comes from experience. Taurine naturally occurs in your body and in many foods you already eat. However, there are important considerations for people over 60. Taurine can lower blood pressure, and higher doses may significantly enhance the effects of blood pressure medications. If you're taking any blood pressure medications, whether ACE inhibitors, beta blockers, diuretics, or calcium channel blockers, you must consult your doctor before starting taurine supplementation. This combination could potentially lower your blood pressure too much. Additionally, for seniors with liver disease, kidney disease, neurological conditions, or eye disorders, taurine supplementation may not be appropriate or could interact with your existing health condition. These conditions can affect how your body processes supplements, making professional medical guidance essential. If you have any heart conditions, take multiple medications, or have been diagnosed with liver, kidney, neurological, or eye problems, discuss this with your healthcare provider before trying taurine. Not because taurine is inherently dangerous, but because your specific health situation requires personalized medical oversight for any supplement addition. Here's your systematic approach to finding your perfect dose and seeing real results. Days 1 to 2, use 500 milligrams. Rate 3 things on a scale of 1 to 10. Hand steadiness, leg confidence when standing, and energy at 2 p.m. Write these numbers down. Days 3-5. If you want more stability, increase to 1,000 milligrams. Notice specifically how stairs feel, how getting up from chairs feels, and whether you're naturally choosing to be more active. Days 6-7. Experiment with decaffeinated coffee plus taurine in the afternoon. You might discover you can enjoy coffee socially again without sleep consequences. Then come back here and share your numbers. Tell me. Day 1 versus day 7, followed by your before and after ratings for steadiness, confidence, and energy. I read every comment and personally reply with specific suggestions based on your results. Don't abandon your beloved morning coffee ritual. Transform it into your daily dose of confidence. This simple addition can change how your entire day feels, how secure you feel in your own body, and how much energy you have for everything and everyone you care about. Your morning routine should launch you into your day with strength and enthusiasm, not undermine your confidence before you even leave the house. Now you have the exact blueprint to make that happen. Which dose feels right for your situation? 500 or 1,000 milligrams? Comment below. Taurine 500 or Taurine 1,000, plus the one change you're most excited about. Steady hands, strong legs, or all-day energy. I'll respond with personalized guidance for your specific goals. If this gives you hope for better mornings and stronger days, subscribe for more practical solutions that actually work for people who refuse to accept decline as inevitable. Because you deserve to feel confident, capable, and energized every single day. Important medical disclaimer. This information is educational and not intended as medical advice. Taurine may interact with blood pressure medications and could be inappropriate for individuals with liver, kidney, neurological, or eye conditions. Higher doses can significantly enhance blood pressure medication effects. Always consult your healthcare provider before adding supplements, especially if you take medications or have existing health conditions. This is particularly crucial for seniors with multiple health considerations. Remember, if you want, I will make available our complete guide for seniors on supplements and health products that can change your quality of life. Link in the first comment with a limited time offer.